Good morning, everybody. I'll wait a couple minutes before I start. How are we doing? All this home time. I need all of the meditations I can get right now. I don't know about anybody else. Okay. Gorgeous. All right, let's dive in. If you are hopping on live, say hi. I'm trying to do the backup video of this so that, because again, Instagram just doesn't seem to want to allow me to save anything right now, which is fine. So, and you have to, I have so much sunlight coming in, so I do apologize if I get totally washed out. Hey, Maggie Savage, how are you? Okay, hair's going back. This is the real deal. This is what's happening. I'm so washed out. Hold on, I'm gonna close my blinds because this is like really blinding. Super blinding. Okay, so for those of you who have never done this type of meditation before, it's known as EFT or otherwise as emotional freedom technique, and it is absolutely one of my favorite ways to, like I mentioned yesterday in my life, it's one of my favorite ways to acknowledge what isn't going right, what feels stressful, what feels overwhelming. It's a beautiful way, because sometimes we get into this mode of like good vibes only and like just think positive thoughts and everything's gonna be okay. And it's not. Like, don't get me wrong, our mindset and having a positive mindset is massive, but having a positive mindset doesn't mean that we ignore what negative pieces are happening around us. It's just that we take control and we acknowledge our responsibility in how we react to negativity. And that's what you're seeing in this world right now. That's what you're seeing is a little bit of people's true colors in how they react under such intense pressure and under such intense stress. And whether, you know, and again, none of us are perfect. And I'm not saying every reaction I've had has been the best, because it hasn't, right? But acknowledging that, getting aware around the pieces that aren't feeling right, and then moving forward to how you can shift that. And so this is, like I said, one of my favorite ways to shift that energy, acknowledge what's not going right, but come back to what we can do and what we need right now. I look like, I don't know if you guys, if it looks like this on actual Instagram, but it's like half my face is like glowing from the sun coming in. Not complaining about sunshine right now though. So EFT or tapping, it's called tapping because we actually will do a physical piece in this meditation, which is tapping, literally doing some physical tapping on what we call some meridian points in your body. And so whether you believe in the energy flowing through your body, whether you are into chakras or anything like that, we all can acknowledge that our emotions play into our physical being. Okay, and that's all you need to understand, and that's all you need to believe, is that when you're nervous or overwhelmed, that maybe you feel a little tight in the chest, or maybe you feel a little sick in the stomach, right? Like, this is why we get butterflies when we're either excited or nervous, right? Our emotions play into our physical body and vice versa, right? If we're really hurt, that makes our mind go. So it flows back and forth. And that's what I love about this meditation, is that we connect the mind and body clearly during this meditation, okay? So the meridian points that we're gonna be tapping on first, just before we even get into the statements, is the side of the hand. Just take your first two fingers and you're just gonna tap really gently on the side of your hand, right? That's your first point. And again, depending on the practitioner, you might learn, maybe if you know this, you might learn different points, but these are the main ones we're going to go over today. Side of the hand, Then you're gonna go right to like the inner eyebrow. And some people do it with 2 hands, some people just do it with 1, right? But you can go in just right on the inside of your eyebrows. Then we're gonna go to the outside of the eye, right? Just kind of like gently on the bone there. Again, super gentle. And then we go under the eye, just on your cheekbone. And then you're gonna go under the nose. Again, just really gentle tapping. Then you go at the crease of your chin. This is already forcing me to take a big deep breath. I love it. And then we go to the collarbone. I carry a lot of my stress through my heart and through my chest. And so this one always feels really nice. So right on the collarbone there, again, you can do it 2 hands or 1. And then we actually go on the ribs. So like about halfway between your armpit and your waist, not your hips, your waist, right just at the side of your ribs, you're just gonna tap there. Okay. And then last but not least, we go to the top of the head, right? So if you're following the chakras, like right at the top of your head, stimulating that crown chakra. Okay, so again, just a really quick review. Side of the hand is the first one. Eyebrow, outside of the eye, under the nose, under the chin, or just at the chin, collarbone, ribs, and top of the head. Okay, and then we move into our affirmation piece. So just a really short explanation of that. We're gonna go through this and I'll lead the statements. However, if you want to create your own scripting right now and really get into your own emotions, I have this under my freebies. I have free goodies on my website. If you go to holisticjackie.com, you'll see there's a free goodies tab on my website, and you can download a whole EFT guide. It'll show you all of the tapping points. It'll lead you through creating your own script. So if you don't catch it all today, or maybe some of the statements I say don't jive with you right now, that's okay. You can create your own really easy. It's just a simple guide. So you can, again, head over, it's holisticjackie.com and click on the free goodies tab. You'll see the EFT download there. So our statements, generally most of the statements will begin with the words of even though. So, and then like ... what do you complete that sentence with, right? So what are you feeling right now that's not super? So even though, right? Even though the world is in an epidemic, and even though I feel stressed and overwhelmed, and even though I don't know what the future holds, right? These kinds of things that we need to acknowledge, like this is how we are feeling, right? It's okay, right? We're literally, the world is all in this together. We are all trying to navigate our way through this. So starting those sentences with even though, and I'll give you some opportunity to kind of just create and listen to your own mind as I go through the actual meditation. But then I'll lead you to come back through this positive affirmation, which is I completely love and accept myself. And this statement is really important because this is the statement. If we completely love and accept ourselves, it allows us to have the confidence to take on more challenging pieces, to build that resiliency that we need right now. We will get through this. But I know it feels challenging right now. So we need to build that confidence that we got this, we can do this, we will move forward. So as I lead you through the tapping points, I'll also be leading you through these affirmations, and you're just going to repeat them in your own mind. Or if you want to repeat them out loud, you can. And obviously, we're all in the comfort of our own home, and you can repeat those statements to yourself, however that feels best. And don't be surprised if some emotions come up. Even on a good day, when I lead some of these meditations, it will bring some people to tears. Not everyone, but if you've been holding a lot in, especially, again, this is emotional freedom technique. This is meant to free some of those emotions. And because we don't need to be holding all that in right now. It's not good for our immune system to be holding all that in right now. We need to let this go. Okay? So I chatted with you guys about my favorite oils yesterday. So even before I begin, because I love to anchor all of my meditations in with an oil. So I told you guys yesterday that balance is my go-to grounding oil. It is the grounding blend. And so I am just going to take a drop or two of that in my hands, take a couple big breaths before we start. And so even if you don't have oils, no worries. Just sit there, take a couple of really big breaths right now. If you have some oils, grab it. You know, whatever's near. Don't worry about it being like the perfect oil for meditation, all that. Just grab whatever you're feeling drawn to. Take a couple big breaths. Wonderful. Now we'll move into the tapping piece. And again, I'll lead you through the points and then we'll just continue on. It's the next part, honestly, the explanation of all this. Sorry, my printer's decided to go crazy. The explanation of all this is much longer than the actual meditation. So we'll dive into the meditation right now. So you can watch me, but if you feel, again, if you're familiar with the technique or you're just feeling a little overwhelmed, then you feel free to close your eyes, okay? So we're just gonna start at the side of the hand. And we're tapping here. And we're just gonna say, even though these are stressful times. And then we're gonna go to the eyebrow. Even though I don't know what the future holds. Again, just repeating these statements in your own mind afterwards. Even though I'm overwhelmed. Under the eye. Even though my heart is heavy. Under the nose. Even though I am stressed. To the chin. Even though I'm worried about my family. And then the collarbone. I completely love and accept myself. Tapping on the ribs. I completely love and accept myself. Top of the head. I completely love and accept myself. Back to the side of the hand. Even though financially this is going to be difficult. To the eyebrow. Even though I truly don't know how we will survive. To the outside of the eye. Even though my family is sick. Under the eye. I completely love and accept myself. Under the nose. Even though the news seems bleak. Through the chin, I completely love and accept myself. To the collarbone, I completely love and accept myself. To the ribs, even though this feels overwhelming. Top of the head, I completely love and accept myself. To the side of the hand, this time I'm going to lead you through a few where I'm not going to give you an actual statement, and I just want you to complete the statement with whatever words come to mind. And if no words come to mind, don't worry, just continue on. So we're just going to tap on the side of the hand and then complete these statements. Even though. To the eyebrow. Even though. To the outside of the eye. Even though. Under the eye. I completely love and accept myself. Under the nose. I completely love and accept myself. To the chin. Even though. Again, just complete the statements however you feel you need to at this moment. Collarbone. Even though. Under the arm to the ribs. Even though. Top of the head. I completely love and accept myself. Side of the hand, just repeat the statements after me. Even though these are uncertain times. To the eyebrow. Even though I'm worried about the health of my loved ones. To the side of the eye. Even though this is hard mentally, emotionally. Under the eye. Even though I feel like I should be doing better for my children. Under the nose. I completely love and accept myself. To the chin. Even though I feel lost. Heart center. I completely love and accept myself. Stay here for a moment, maybe tap with both hands if you haven't been yet, right at the collarbone. I completely love and accept myself. I completely love and accept myself. To the ribs. Even though the world is uncertain. To the top of the head. I completely love and accept myself. Staying at the top of the head. Repeating again. I completely love and accept myself. Good. Just allow the hands to relax, the shoulders to relax. Close the eyes if you haven't already, and take a couple deep breaths. Notice. Notice if this changed the energy in your body. And if you're still feeling that the body is tense or stressed, just continue with that tapping until it begins to feel lighter. And as you practice this, it gets easier and you can go through just a couple of rounds and when you feel overwhelmed. So opening your eyes if you haven't already, I just want to say a big thank you. This has been, like I said before, stressful times, but being able to connect with you guys and share some of these things that I know have helped me has been so wonderful for me as well. And so I just truly hope it's helping you too. If you are watching and you have questions or anything, please reach out. Like I said as well, if you want a free guide, totally free, to how to create your own script around EFT meditations, how to create or to remember what the tapping points are, head over to my website, holisticjackie.com. It's in my free goodies tab, just like a 4-page little guide with a chart with all the tapping points of how you can do this for yourself at home. And this is actually one of the techniques I love when I get asked to come into the schools to teach like mindful movement and meditation. Tapping is actually one of the things I love to teach them. This is great for your kids. And again, maybe we don't need to go as heavy, but like it's good to open up the conversation to see how they're feeling in all of this. They might be internalizing stuff that we don't know. And so I love opening up this meditation for children. And if you have kids that have a hard time sitting still, having them do those physical points, like 99% of the children that I've ever been able to teach, and I've taught hundreds and hundreds of kids this technique, like 99.9% of them all sit and follow along. So don't negate that your kids need this too. All right. Again, questions, comments, please feel free to message me. Otherwise, head over to my website for the free guide, and I will see you guys. What's today? Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. I know I'm not the only one. But yes, so more to come. Podcast episode. I won't be doing a live tomorrow, but I'll be dropping one of my podcast episodes. Again, you can either head over to my website, or you can find the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, all your main podcast episodes, or all your main ways to listen to your podcast. You can find me there. All right. I love you guys, and I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday. Take care.